लाइव हो गया है, लेकिन हाँ चल, ये तो लिंक कॉपी मुझे भी था। मुझे भी था। आपको इसमें कर रहा हूँ उसका हेडफोन ऐसे आ जाएगी ऐसे वो फैन जो है कुछ कम करके। अब बहुत तेज दर्द हो रहा है यार, बहुत तेज दर्द। हाय स्टूडेंट्स, हम यहाँ पे अरेंजमेंट कर रहे हैं और ओके अभी यार शुरू हो जाएंगे अभी यार। Hi, good evening. So students are here. Students को क्वेरी को जवाब दे रहा हूँ मैं, so that ज़्यादा हो जाए। Oh, that's good. Thank you. Thank you. Batch 2 and 3, hi, good evening. Can you hear me? आपको आवाज आ रही है मेरी properly? Good evening. अगर आपको आवाज आ रही है तो please mention कीजिएगा. Please write that yes, you can hear me. Okay. Saraswati, Deepak, Meenakshi, they all told me. Shafi has told that yes, आवाज आ रही है. So, good evening, नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल, अस्सलाम वालेकुम. कैसे हैं आप लोग? Yes, you are online student. I know. आप सब ऑनलाइन स्टूडेंट हैं, मुझे मत बताइए. ये लिंक प्राइवेट है, ये सिर्फ आप ही लोगों को दिया गया और किसी को नहीं दिया गया. So before we start the session, we are going to deal with Elizabethan writers, and we'll be talking about some important points. And I want you all to keep your notebooks with you. So make sure you have your notebooks with you. And second thing, I'll be telling you the same repeated thing. If you ask me question in English, I'll answer in English. If you write the question in Hindi language, I'll answer you Hindi. And here I'll be telling you some important things. The first one. So you're all done with Elizabethan age, right? Now what you have to remember is why Elizabethan age is known as the Renaissance. Why it is called Renaissance. So make sure you remember this point here, that in 1492 when America got discovered, and 1498 when India got discovered. So this was the biggest ever discovery. People thought that they were all alone. The English people, the Europeans, they thought that they are the only people in the earth. But when they found India and they found America, they were full of energy. Like we can compare it, if we find aliens. अगर कभी alien मिल जाए तो हमें क्या लगेगा कि wow, we are not alone. Like in future, after 50 years, we get aliens, and then I teach net classes to Mars and other planet aliens. So this was the emotion. Everybody was full of confidence. Everybody was full of energy, and moreover, they were very much excited about life. It became a kind of passion to find out more and more. सबको ये लगने लगा कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा चीजें देखी जाएं, ढूंढी जाएं. और दूसरी चीज ये थी कि एलिजाबेथन एज में क्वीन एलिजाबेथ, उन्होंने जो रिलीजियस हार्मनी स्टैब्लिश किया प्रोटेस्टेंट्स एंड कैथलिक्स के बीच में, वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज थी. इसके अलावा बहुत सारे लोगों को लगता था कि क्वीन एलिजाबेथ एक लेडी है, और बीइंग अ लेडी शी वोंट बी अ गुड क्वीन, बट देन शी प्रूव्ड एवरीवन रॉन्ग. एक वॉर हुआ एलिजाबेथ से. जब शादी की बात की, स्पेन का राजा फिलिप सेकंड, द किंग ऑफ स्पेन फिलिप सेकंड, ही वांटेड टू मैरी क्वीन एलिजाबेथ. सो ही प्रपोज्ड हर वन टाइम, देन ही प्रपोज्ड हर सेकंड टाइम. दो बार स्पेन के राजा फिलिप सेकंड, टू टाइम्स ही प्रपोज्ड क्वीन एलिजाबेथ, and that was the royal marriage proposal. But this resulted in kind of insult, because Queen Elizabeth kept on denying. She said no every time. तो क्या होगा अगर आप किसी को शादी के लिए प्रपोज करें 2 बार और वो मना कर दे? क्या करेंगे आप? बताओ? तब तक बाकी लोग भी ऑनलाइन आ जाएंगे, तो थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे स्लो हो जाते हैं. So if you're proposing someone for 2 times, अरे वाह, अलीशा इज अ गर्ल, अलीशा सेज वॉर, लड़ाई हो जाएगी. इसे कहते हैं इन हिंदी, ठुकरा के मेरा प्यार तो मेरा इंतकाम देखेगी. My assistant is laughing. So Philip II attacked England in 1588. 1588 में 1588 I'm writing. Battle of Spanish Armada. This is an important date. Please note it down. So the Battle of Spanish Armada was launched, and Spanish Armada means invincible, अजय, जिसे हराया ना जा सके. So Armada, it was one of the biggest naval power, one of the strongest naval power. So it was obvious that England won't be able to fight back, England won't be able to handle it. But Queen Elizabeth, during war, she went to her soldiers and motivated her soldiers by giving a great speech. She said, though my hands are short, उन्होंने बोला कि हो सकता है my hands are short, ठीक है, my limbs are weak, my body is weak, but I will fight shoulder to shoulder. She said, maybe I'm not strong, maybe I'm a woman, so you don't consider me strong, but I'll fight shoulder to shoulder with my brothers. And she also said that God is our side, truth is our side, and by the evening victory will be ours. उन्होंने एक बहुत अच्छी बात बोली कि लड़ाई हम जीतेंगे. This happened. This actually happened. A storm, a big storm, it swept away the Spanish Armada and England became victorious. So it was like, yes, Jyoti, yes, very nice. That shows you have followed my lecture. El Nino effect, that geographical point of view. ये इंग्लिश लिटरेचर आपको ज्योग्राफी नहीं बताएगा, मैंने ग्रेजुएशन में ज्योग्राफी पढ़ा है, so I know that कि वो क्या हुआ था. Now remember this. After this, the rising condition of Elizabethan age that has been described in beautiful words by John Milton. यहाँ पे इस पॉइंट को फोकस कीजिए. जॉन मिल्टन ने एलिजाबेथन कंडीशन को किस तरीके से बताया. मिल्टन सेज we suddenly see England as a strong nation rising herself from a long sleep and breaking the chains and barriers and shaking her invincible locks. Repeating once again, we suddenly see England as a strong nation rising herself from a long sleep. Means England has been compared to a strong person who was sleeping, who was chained and locked. Means उसको बांध रखा था, barriers थे. So she has broken the chains and barriers and shaking her invincible locks. Means long hair. So somebody who is a strong man, somebody who is a warrior, and if he was sleeping, now he has woken up and he's doing like this. So anger. So this shows that this was the condition of England. England all of a sudden became superpower. Then England का जो habit था of going for, English people, they started going for explorations. Here we have Francis Drake, Richard Hakluyt, and Francis Walsingham. I'm writing the name, please check it. Francis Drake, Richard Hakluyt, and Francis Walsingham. Along with this, Walter Raleigh also. So they were the famous explorers. And it was a fashion to go in the sea, to go in the search of royal treasures, pirates. If you have seen Sea Pirates, or the movies of sea pirates. So in short, they did everything to be rich. उन्होंने बहुत कोशिश की. Along with these things, Queen Elizabeth was accepted as a goddess. So जब as a goddess उनको accept कर लिया, तो people started following her command. They were like, Queen Elizabeth did not marry. Now the question is, why Queen Elizabeth never got married? Like, she was beautiful, she was deserving, and Queen Elizabeth's personality was great. It was a great personality. So what was the reason that Queen Elizabeth didn't get married? So I'll tell you what happens. It was her teacher, Roser Escham. Name of teacher is Roser Escham. Please note it down. Roser Escham, the teacher. Roser Escham taught her that if you marry, your kingdom, your property, England, it will be given as dowry. So someone will come and will take it. So first reason, she wanted to be unchallenged queen, the absolute queen. because you know that patriarchy doesn't allow a woman to have her own property. So this was the simple thing. Second thing, it is believed. Now these are the theories. It is believed that she was molested by some famous general. Name of the general Seymour. Writing the name. Please check it. General Seymour. Yes. So General Seymour, he molested her at the age of 15 or 16. This is also a theory. So she was scared of man and their relations, marital relations. Then we have one more philosophy. It is believed Queen Elizabeth witnessed many deaths during the childbirth. So in her family, she must have seen some women dying because of child labor, child death, labor pain, and this was the reason she was scared of marriage. So there are many things. Then, like many of you are writing some points. Philip II, she was in love with some Philip Sidney. It is believed. There are no sureties. It is believed. Why so? Because if you have the most deserving queen, so you always believe that the deserving queen will always marry the deserving person. So during that time, only Philip Sidney, Walter Raleigh, and Lord Leicester, three people were the most deserving people. Please write these names: Philip Sidney, Walter Raleigh, and Earl of Leicester. These were the most deserving bachelors. There is a story, it is believed she wanted to marry Philip Sidney, the most deserving bachelor of the time. There was a question in NET exam. Please remember, there was a question in NET exam. Who is called ideal Renaissance man? Philip Sidney. Please mention this. Who is called ideal Renaissance man? It is Philip Sidney. Next time, if you get the same question, who is called ideal Renaissance man, and you have no answers, like suppose they don't give you Philip Sidney in option, then go for Walter Raleigh. Now, Philip Sidney was married to someone else. Queen Elizabeth punished him. Then Walter Raleigh was also married to someone else. Later, Lord Leicester was very close to her, and Lord Leicester, he sought the permission to open theatres for private hands. So to give theatres in private hand, it was the attempt of Lord Leicester. He requested Queen Elizabeth and she allowed. She gave her consent, she gave her permission, and the theatre was open. Now remember this point, most of the students did make a mistake. Permission was taken by Lord Leicester in 1572, but theatre was opened by John Burbage under the guardianship of Lord Leicester. So the first theatre in England was opened in 1576 under the title The Theatre. So 1576, The Theatre. सभी एक बार लाइट चेक करना, ये कुछ गड़बड़ कर रही है. आंखों पे लग रही है. So guys, okay. अब इसके बाद आता है कि एलिजाबेथन्स में और ऐसा क्या डेवलपमेंट हुआ कि they became stronger. So what happens here? That Elizabethans, they were very affluent, very rich, super rich थे, बहुत पैसे थे उनके पास. तो इन्होंने क्या किया? They started patronship. Patronship means if you are rich, be the guardian, be the patron of some artist. So poets, writers, painters, and different types of artists, they got patronship. They started getting regular salary. They started getting regular money. So suppose if you are a poet and you don't have to go to the private working sectors, you just keep writing because you are getting salary by government. So you will definitely write something good. So this became the thing that, in short, they were very much comfortable about their earnings because it was secured, their future was secured, and they became full-time writers. Now, Elizabethans, they are also famous for one thing. In Oxford and Cambridge University, they opened the courses of dramaturgy. DRAMATURGY. The courses of dramaturgy, anything related to, anything related to the drama, it was being taught. And here we get university wits. So Elizabethan ke time pe university wits were also there. And these writers, these people, they were very famous. It is believed the university wits, they prepared the way for Shakespeare. They paved the way for Shakespeare. There are 7 university vets: Christopher Marlowe, then 3 Thomas Kidd, Thomas Nash, Thomas Laws, then 3 colors: John Lilly, Robert Greene, George Peele. And all these 7 university vets, they have taught Shakespeare 7 different standards. Now, for example, you can write it. John Lilly, he taught Shakespeare about the court language, court standards, highly standardized language. Like, if you are a king, so how will you talk to your subordinates? How will you talk to your juniors? अगर आप एक king हैं, तो कैसे बात करेंगे? So you will talk like a king. You're supposed to speak like a king. आपको एक फनी एग्जांपल देता हूँ जो मैंने क्लास में दिया था दिल्ली बैच में. You must have seen a movie Mughal-e-Azam, one of my favorite. So Mughal-e-Azam में how King Akbar, the great king, is speaking to his son, the future king, about his love story. Son is in love with some dasi, some maid servant, we can call it kaneez. Son is in love with some dasi, some kaneez, and son wants to get married to that maid servant. And Akbar, this Prithviraj Kapoor who played the role of Akbar, he says कि there's a line, बाखुदा हम मोहब्बत के दुश्मन नहीं अपने उसूलों के गुलाम हैं. तो वो कितना अच्छा डायलॉग है. अनारकली बाखुदा हम मोहब्बत के दुश्मन नहीं अपने उसूलों के गुलाम हैं. Instead of this, वो directly भी तो कह सकता था. He could have said directly, get lost. How dare you to marry a prince? But he doesn't talk like that. He talks like a majestic king, using the bombastic phraseology. Then this girl, she says that, make me queen for one day. And he says, okay, so I'll make you queen. And she says, जहां पनाह की बेपनाह इनायतों के बदले ये कनीज जलालुद्दीन मोहम्मद अकबर को अपना कत्ल माफ करती है. Look at the line, जहां पनाह की बेपनाह इनायतों के बदले. The big lines. Instead of, she could have said directly, thank you, dhanyawad. But this is called aristocratic standard, the way you talk, the royal class language. If you remember this. So Shakespeare was dealing with kings, commanders, prince, and if you know the king, the royal class, they always have a standard to talk. So this was the thing that John Lilly taught Shakespeare about the court language, also known as euphemism, highly refined way of talking. जैसे आप हिंदी में लखनवी अंदाज कह सकते हो. The way people in Lucknow speak in Urdu, the royal language. So if you speak in Khalish Urdu language, we can compare it to euphemism in the present society. Means using dignified words, right? Then George Peele, he wrote Edward First, the first historical play, chronicle play. He taught Shakespeare about the chronicle plays. There was a question in University of Delhi MPhil entrance. What is Henry से बना है. Henry series. Shakespeare has written Henry series. Henry II, Henry III, Henry IV, Henry V, VI, VII, and VIII. Henry VIII is unfinished. So who taught Shakespeare about chronicle plays? George Peele. And George Peele is equally famous for his famous book, Old Wives' Tale. Old Wives' Tale, it's a satire on the modern day drama. And here, most of the students, they make a mistake. They read Old Wives' Tale and say it is a satire on drama, but they talk about the modern writer. There is another writer, Arnold Bennett. He has written the same thing, but story's content is different. Title is same. Arnold Bennett, he also has written Old Wives' Tale, which is a world classic and has 2 sisters in the main lead. There are 2 heroines. Both of them, they eloped in early age, got deceived by their lovers, and meet after 50 years. And now they are very old, they are discussing life. And the book is divided in 4 parts. The first part is these young girls with mother. Second part is the one love story of one girl. Third part is another love story of another girl. And fourth part is called What is Life? So that's modern one. You have to read that. Okay. Yes, court style, you can remember that. After this, we come to this guy, Thomas Nash. Thomas Nash taught Shakespeare about picaresque style. Picaresque. Picaresque. Now, picaresque style is simply where hero is not the ideal hero. Means coming from a royal family, a good person, a devoted person, obedient son, a true patriot, a true lover. Hero is not this. Hero is prodigal, spendthrift, disobedient, womanizer, and a visionless character. What I call is a visionless character. But under some circumstances, hero will find out his heroic qualities. So you are not a hero, but circumstances make you a hero. Like you all are picaresque hero. How? Because you are struggling very hard to make your career. So your parents say, "Oh, you don't work, you are lazy," but they don't know that you're working very hard to get settled, and then you will lead your life. All of a sudden, the most spoiled son of family becomes the most celebrated person around. This happens. I was one of the most spoiled one. So they were like, "ये कुछ नहीं करेगा." मुझे लगता था मैं बॉर्डर पे जाऊंगा, बंदूक चलाऊंगा, and now I'm doing good. अरे रितु जी, फेस ऐसा ही है यार मेरा, ₹5 का फेयर एंड लवली लगाऊंगा मैं भी. सो व्हाट हैपेंस, कहां पे था मैं, पिकरेस्ट स्टाइल. सो पिकरेस्ट स्टाइल इज सिंपल, जहां पे आप एक जर्नी होगा. एक जर्नी बहुत जरूरी है. रिमेंबर देयर इज ऑलवेज दिस जर्नी इज रिक्वायर्ड. सेकंड थिंग जो होगा वो इंपॉर्टेंट ये है कि यू आर अ विजनलेस कैरेक्टर एंड यू विल फाइंड योरसेल्फ इन अ टफ सिचुएशन. देयर इज ऑलवेज अ टफ सिचुएशन. ठीक है. नाउ रिमेंबर दिस. We take an example of Robinson Crusoe. Please mention this. I'm giving you the best example, Robinson Crusoe. Written by Daniel Defoe in 1719. ये वर्ल्ड क्लासिक है दोस्तों, पढ़ना है. Robinson Crusoe 1719, Daniel Defoe. That's very very important. Please read this. And यहाँ पे क्या होता है? Robinson Crusoe is a prodigal son and a spendthrift boy. He doesn't want to work. He doesn't want to join his father's business. And when his father forces him, so he joins some passing ship. Some ship is going on, passing ship, and he hides himself in the ship. पानी के जहाज में छुप जाता है. And it was a bad day. खुद की शक्ल देख के गया हुआ. So when he's in the ocean, a storm appears and that destroys the ship. Everybody is dead around. He finds a floating plank and starts floating towards an island which is totally empty. So जो लड़का घर से भाग गया एक पानी के जहाज में कि मैं घर से दूर जाऊंगा, लाइफ एंजॉय करूंगा, वो बेचारा फंस गया. शिप डूब गया, एकदम अकेला है आइलैंड पे, और उसे अब अकेले वहां पे सरवाइव करना है. So if you have been to island, आपने अगर कभी आइलैंड देखा है तो इट्स वेरी टफ लाइफ बिकॉज there's a scorching heat. गर्मी बहुत होती है, आपके पास पानी पीने का नहीं होता, एंड सी सिकनेस बहुत ज्यादा होता है. तो दिस बॉय ही इज ऑल अलोन एंड ही इज फाइटिंग अगेंस्ट द डेस्टिनी, all alone totally, and has to fight against the nature, destiny, thirst. पानी नहीं है वहां पे. So what happens यहाँ, अब क्या होता है कि he makes a hut, then he starts plantation. He also secures his hut by making boundaries. He goes for hunting. So gradually he colonizes the complete island. धीरे धीरे वो पूरे island पे कब्जा कर लेता है. So that's how he shows some kind of heroic nature. तो वो चीज जो है वो heroic nature show करता है. This is called picaresque style. Now in Thomas Nash's Life of Jack Wilton, this man Jack Wilton, he makes a friend, Earl of Surrey. Remember this. Earl of Surrey उसका दोस्त बन जाता है. से भी इंटरनेट नहीं आ रहा है क्या? अर्ल ऑफ सरे उसका दोस्त बन जाता है, और वहां पे क्या होता है कि जो अर्ल ऑफ सरे है, दोस्त बनने के बाद he says that I want to meet a girl and a girl's father has denied my access. He has banned my access to the city. कि मैं शहर में नहीं आ सकता. तो they exchange their identity. दोनों अपना identity exchange कर लेते हैं. And when they exchange the identity, see जो लेट आए हो उनके लिए मैं कैसे रिपीट करूं लेक्चर. तो जो समय पे है उनकी गलती थोड़ी है. आप लेट आए हैं, आपको समझ नहीं आ रहा है, तो यू कैन वॉच इट अगेन. ये अपलोडेड रहेगा, यू कैन वॉच इट अगेन. एंड आनंद जी चौसर का इंग्लिश और फ्रेंच अगर आपको नहीं मिला है तो मे बी यूर इन डिफरेंट ग्रुप, आपको गलती से ये लिंक मिला है. दिस इज नॉट फॉर यू. हाफ ऑफ अस, इफ सी आधे से ज्यादा लेट हो तो दैट्स नॉट माय फॉल्ट. रॉन्ग इज रॉन्ग इवन इफ एवरीबॉडी इज डूइंग, एंड राइट इज राइट इवन इफ नोबडी इज डूइंग. तो आप नेक्स्ट टाइम टाइम पे आइएगा. अब देखिए आई गॉट डाइवर्टेड. सो अर्ल ऑफ सरे दोनों दोस्त बन जाते हैं and they exchange identity. Jack Wilton, Arlov Saray, they exchange identity to meet Arlov Saray's beloved. Jack Wilton becomes Arlov Saray becomes Jack Wilton. Now, in the story, they also find B. Erasmus and Thomas More. He taught Shakespeare the picaresque style. Shakespeare ka As You Like It has picaresque style. Midsummer's Night Dream has picaresque style. Hamlet, when he becomes mad and goes for wandering, that is also picaresque style. So Shakespeare has various picaresque elements taken from Thomas Nash. Then we have next one. Then the next one we have is कौन सा writer बचा है यूनिवर्सिटी में? Thomas Laws. Thomas Laws wrote Rosalind and Civil War. Rosalind inspired Shakespeare to write the character of Rosalind. And Civil War, it taught Shakespeare how to develop the political crisis, political scenes, right? Now, along with this, Thomas Laws is there, now remains the Thomas Cade. Thomas Cade is father of English revenge tragedies. He got the idea of revenge tragedy from Seneca. Seneca is known as the father of revenge tragedy. But when we say who is the father of English revenge tragedy, it is Thomas Cade. Thomas Cade wrote Spanish tragedy, which has a great characters like Bel Imperia, Balthazar, Horatio, and Hieronymo. Hieronymo is the main hero, and it is believed that the role of Hieronymo was played by Ben Jonson. So make sure to see this. Spanish tragedy subtitle is Hieronymo is Mad Again. And here we have a scene of the ghost and has many references from Hamlet. Now, why Kid became the university wit if he never went to any university? Kid became university wit because he was dealing with a new art known as revenge tragedy. And he gave heights to this style. He gave perfection to this style. It is said that Kid made Seneca bleed white. I'm writing the statement. Please check the statement. Kid made Seneca bleed white. Means standard of Kid was so good that even Seneca was scared seeing the bloodshed mentioned by Kid. So this is how these people, they have talked about various things, and Shakespeare copied the revenge style, revenge tragedy. Like Hamlet is the best example of revenge tragedy. Then the Edgar in the story Edgar, where King Lear, we have a character Edgar. He's taking the revenge of being bastard. Then in Othello, Othello kills his wife and takes revenge for the disloyalty, for the deceiving. So technically, Shakespeare also has revenge style. Along with this, we are left with Robert Greene. Robert Greene taught Shakespeare plot construction, art of characterization, and female characters. Robert Greene wrote a famous work, Orlando Furioso, which was inspired by Ariosto's Orlando Furioso. Writing the name, please check. Ariosto's Orlando Furioso. It was rewritten by Robert Greene in English, and in future, like in the modern age, Virginia Woolf will talk about Orlando myth. How many of you know what is Orlando myth? देखें किसको आता है? लिखो. How many of you know Orlando myth? बोलो. Anybody who knows what is Orlando myth? Nobody knows it? कौन है Orlando myth? नाम बताओ. अरे भाई, no, it's not a novel. Okay, now focus. नहीं पता है किसी को, nobody knows it, now focus. Orlando was a womanizer, a bad person. He would use women's body as a sexual object and was making fun of the emotions of women. He was a bad man, womanizer. Achha, those who are writing about Chaucer, here I'm not going to give you Chaucer. So better you focus. While other will learn about Orlando, you will learn about Chaucer only. So better, I'll talk to my assistant that why didn't you get this? So don't worry, you'll get it. But instead of writing, focus on lecture. Please, don't waste your time. आपका time waste हो जाएगा. अभी ऑर्लैंडो में सुनो. Orlando was a womanizer, and Orlando was like deceiving women, taking their body as a kind of object. And this was the reason that Goddess punished him. Goddess said that you disrespect women, you don't have respect for their emotions, and that's why you will be cursed to be a woman for 6 months and to be a man for 6 months. 6 महीने women and 6 महीने male. This was the punishment given to him. So technically, Orlando stands for homosexuality. Now, the concept of Virginia Woolf, why she deals with Orlando myth, she simply says that, okay, you are a woman for 6 months, you are a man for 6 months. So maybe there is a biological change. Biologically, you become a woman, biologically, you become a man. But what about your emotions? What about your brain? Now tell me, is it only a body structure of the difference between a man and a woman is only the body structure, or the psychology, emotions, mindset, the entire social construct? बताइए, क्या लगता है आपको, मेल और फीमेल के बीच में जो डिफरेंस है वो सिर्फ बॉडी स्ट्रक्चर का है? बोलो बोलो, I'm involving you. I'm involving you. Let's see what you answer. Yes, it's not only the body, it's not the different body structure that makes you a woman, that makes you a man. Very nice, nice answers. It is emotions. Psychologically, you are made a woman. They make you behave like a woman. There is a famous writer, Simone de Beauvoir. She says, "A woman is not born but becomes." Okay, okay. So now, this is quite natural that a person with different sex will always be attracted toward different sex. So being a male, there is a natural attraction towards female, and being a female, there is a natural attraction towards male. That's quite simple. That's natural thing. So you are a man for 6 months and you are interested in women. You are a woman for 6 months and you are interested in man. Now both of your brains are same. It is the body structure which is being changed. So gradually you will find out that you are interested in both. So technically your sexual orientation got changed. You are forced to, or you are converted into loving both of them. For 6 months you were a male, so you started loving women. 6 months you were a woman, so you started loving men. And technically you have the same mind in your brain. So now you are bisexual. You love the man also, you love the women also. You're comfortable for both of them. So what kind of identity is this? This is studied by Virginia Woolf and Orlando. Virginia Woolf's Orlando deals with homosexuality. She talks about her own personal relation with another lady, Vita Sequile West. I'm writing the name. You can please note it down. She talked about her own relationship. So this is Orlando में. You must remember all these things. पूर्वा क्या पढ़ के क्या लिख रहे हो यार? This is not the difference. Difference is of this brain, emotions. Okay, a woman behaves like a woman because she lives in a society where she has been taught to behave like a woman. Okay, a woman is not born but becomes. It is the social construct. So these university vets, they made Shakespeare, and Shakespeare, he got different ideas from all these people and became famous. So in short, Elizabethans, they are the better writers in poetry. Then they experimented in sonnets, developed the various sonnet style, then drama, various types of drama, and moreover, they achieved heights in essays also. So Elizabethan is the golden kind of age, which has various types of literature. Now, here we talk about the Shakespeare-Marlowe controversy. Now, the next topic we're going to talk about is Marlowe-Shakespeare controversy. What is the controversy between Marlowe and Shakespeare? So first thing that you have to remember is, no, Shivani Mishra. Virginia Woolf is not the first person to talk about homosexuality. There are many others. बहुत पहले है ये myths में है. Virginia Woolf is the first one of the first modern women writer, female writer, to discuss this. Marlowe was spy and was working for the state. Marlowe was mostly absent in the university. When Christopher Marlowe started writing tragedies, he never wrote any comedy. But once, a pamphlet was leaked in which Jesus Christ was called gay. And when the inquiry was set, they found Thomas Kidd. They arrested him, and Thomas Kidd revealed that the pamphlet was written by Marlowe. Marlowe said Jesus Christ is gay. What do you think? Calling Christ gay is a crime or not? Christ को gay बोलना सही की गलत है? मृणाल सिंह शेखावत क्यों गलत है? Yes, in that time, yes, it's a crime. क्यों? अभी आप मेरे को गे बोलोगे तो क्या दिक्कत है? बोलो, चलेगा. Okay, I'll tell you what. There was a writer, he wrote a famous book, and in his famous book, he said Mahatma Gandhi was a gay. So what do you think? कनिका महाजन, ये कहाँ लिखा है कि होली फिगर है तो गे नहीं हो सकता? See, we should not say something which hurts the sentiment, and that's the only thing that I accept. That yes, if it is hurting the sentiment, then don't say it. Otherwise, calling gay someone is not a thing. It's okay. Like suppose somebody is not a gay, but you keep calling. So how does it matter? But you tell me this: Mahatma Gandhi was called gay by a writer. He wanted to publish his book in India, and it's like it became a tug of war between the people, follower of Mahatma Gandhi, and him. And the book was banned. So book was banned because Mahatma Gandhi was called gay. And when the legal proceedings took place, जब court case हुआ, so I still remember Hindu newspaper में एक line आई थी. There was a line, a heading: No poetic license in India, says Supreme Court. No poetic license in India. Even Aishwarya has told that Osho had called Gandhi gay. Yes. And Souvik must have met Gandhi ji personally. Souvik knows कि गांधी जी gay नहीं थे. अरे क्या फर्क पड़ता थे या नहीं थे? Hold on, रुको. So Supreme Court said no poetic license in India. Because the writer said that I have poetic license, I have free imagination, I'm allowed to think anything. And if I'm thinking something, then why you are putting a stop on my imagination? So this became an issue, and Arundhati Roy, she wrote an article to respond this. She wrote, and I remember her opening lines: "Come on, India, grow up." Why do we respect Mahatma Gandhi? For his masculinity, because he was a man, for he was not gay, or we respect Mahatma Gandhi for his contribution in independence of India? Why do we respect him? महात्मा गांधी गे हैं, मेल हैं, फीमेल हैं, उससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है? आर वी जेंडर बायस्ड? क्या हम इंडियंस जेंडर बायस्ड हैं? In India, nobody talks about sex openly, but we are the second highest population वाला लोग, 130 करोड़. मैंने किसी का पढ़ा था, कोई सटायरिस्ट का, परिवार नियोजन के पोस्टर लगे हैं हर बोर्ड पर और उन्हें पढ़ कर पहुंचे हैं हम 100 करोड़ पर. और पहले किसी को सुना था मैंने. तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है गांधी जी गे हैं नहीं है? इट्स ऑल अबाउट हिज फाइट, हिज मैसेज टू स्पीक ट्रुथ, टू बी ऑनेस्ट. Shakespeare was also called gay. Samuel Butler, George Orwell, they all believed that Shakespeare was a gay. Even John Ruskin, they said Shakespeare has only heroines, no heroes. ये सब चीजें याद रखना, ठीक है? इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता कौन गे है कौन क्या है. It's all about how do you contribute in social change, or how do you do good things, right? So in short, Marlowe, he wrote Jesus Christ gay, and Queen Elizabeth didn't like it. It was against the religion. So Queen Elizabeth, she sanctioned the death punishment. Marlowe, he knew this, that if he will get caught, he will be killed. And this was the reason that he pretended his death. It is believed he pretended his death, and he showed people that he got killed by someone. So there were three friends: Christopher Marlowe, William Beardsley, and Ingram Fringo. And three of them, they went to drink together, and after getting high, they started quarreling on the issue of paying the bill. So it is believed that they started fighting, and Marlowe was stabbed by Ingram Fringo. Ingram Fringo ने मार्लो को चाकू मार दिया उसको, क्योंकि वो बिल नहीं दे रहा था. मे बी अ वैलिड रीजन, अगर आपका दोस्त खाना खाने के बाद बिल ना दे. सो यू कैन ट्राई ऑफ रिकॉर्ड्स, मैंने नहीं कहा कुछ. सो लिख दिया तू नाम लिख दिया, इनग्राम फ्रिंजो नाम है. And he Marlowe killed William Beardsley. So technically there were two casualties, and Marlowe's body was not recovered. After this, कहते हैं कि नहीं रिकवर हुआ, कुछ लोग कहते हैं उसे बरी किया गया. After this, what happens? Shakespeare starts writing tragedy. So when Marlowe was writing tragedy, Marlowe never wrote comedy. When Shakespeare was writing comedy, he didn't try to challenge Marlowe. And then all of a sudden, Shakespeare started writing great tragedies. Like 1595, 1596, Shakespeare started experimenting in tragedies. He started performing tragedies, and later he published those tragedies. Then another thing, nobody knows about Marlowe's wife and other references. It is not sure. Nobody knows about Shakespeare. We do not have the authenticated photograph of Shakespeare. And the one we have, if you match photograph of Marlowe, if you match photograph of Shakespeare, you will find great similarities. So in short, दोनों का photo भी match होता है. If you see the photo. And moreover, signature of William Shakespeare, letter S. In Shakespeare, letter S, and Christopher S. They are same letters. So there are many letters which are same. Then the writing style, handling of the tragic scenes, handling of the heroines, use of blank verse, and moreover, they have used common lines. Whoever loved, if loved not at first sight. The line has been used by Marlowe, the line has been used by Shakespeare. So there are many similarities, and it is also believed that one of the great writer, William D. Evenant was the fourth poet laureate. Whenever he would get drunk, जब भी वो दारू पी के टल्ली हो जाता था, he would get high. In his best company, the best friend's company, he would call himself bastard of Shakespeare. खुद को bastard of Shakespeare कहता था. वो सबको बोलता था कि this is I am bastard of Shakespeare. So in and moreover, the same writer, William D. Evenant, he wrote at the age of 11 in remembrance of Master Shakespeare. एक 11 साल का बच्चा एक वर्क लिख रहा है रिमेम्बरेंस ऑफ मास्टर शेक्सपियर, और वो कह रहा है कि शेक्सपियर मेरे घर आता था, मेरे घर रुकता था. बट नोबडी नोज अबाउट दिस थिंग. नोबडी नोज अबाउट शेक्सपियर्स बर्थ एंड प्लेस. वी जस्ट बिलीव, बट ऑल वी नो व्हाट शेक्सपियर टोल्ड अस. शेक्सपियर केम टू लंदन एट द एज ऑफ 16. ही रैन अवे फ्रॉम हिज विलेज. तो जो शेक्सपियर ने आके कहानी सुनाई हम वो मानते हैं, हमें तो पता ही नहीं है शेक्सपियर कौन था. And then why Shakespeare started using disguise, रूप बदलना, disguise करना. Shakespeare was fond of using disguise. Marlowe doesn't have any disguise. Shakespeare has great disguises. So is it like Shakespeare was giving us a message that track me if you can, पकड़ लो मुझे if you can. Shakespeare disguise कर रहा है, मैसेज दे रहा है, और दोनों की राइटिंग स्टाइल भी सेम है, पोइट्री भी सेम है, बहुत 100% मैच होता है. And then we have great writers. The famous American writer Emily Bacon. Emily Bacon पता क्या बोलती है? Emily Bacon says it was neither Marlowe nor Shakespeare. ना तो ये शेक्सपियर है, ना कोई मार्लोव है. It is Francis Bacon. वो कहती है कि फ्रांसिस बेकन जो उसकी फैमिली में आता है. She comes from the family of Francis Bacon. She says कि it is Francis Bacon. फ्रांसिस बेकन है, ना कोई शेक्सपियर था, ना कोई मार्लोव था. ये तो ज्यादा हो गया, this is ज्यादा हो गया. But still, फातिमा जी, you watch the video again, you'll get to know. आपको चौसर मिल जाएगा यार. कहाँ जा रहा है चौसर? चौसर का फ्रेंच और आपको इंग्लिश वर्क नहीं मिला है. I'll talk to my assistant. बाकी यहाँ पे भी I can sum up, but topic से change हो जाएगा. Patriarchy system regarding patriarchy. Sadma ji, please ask me the question again. So this was the concept here, and Okay, so you ask me questions. आप पूछ लो एलिजाबेथन से जो आपको पूछना है, whatever you feel like. नहीं नहीं, I can't ignore. You all are my online student. I'm not ignoring. I'm just ignoring the question which will be solved after this video. I'm not taking those questions right now. But each and every student is important. I'm not ignoring. Oh, Souvik, my decision about Shakespeare, I am fan of Shakespeare. I love it. And fan of Shakespeare is called Bardlotire. Please note this word. This is coined by G.B. Shaw in his three plays known as Three Plays for Puritans. This means fan of Shakespeare. Souvik, you have asked me a good question, so I'll tell you something important. Bardlotire means somebody who keeps on quoting Shakespeare, somebody who is fond of Shakespeare, somebody who takes the names of characters from Shakespeare, somebody who talks about Shakespearean poetry, references. Like whenever I am under pressure, I am in trouble, and somebody gives me some suggestion not to do. Somebody says, "कि Vinit, don't do this. Vinit, ऐसा मत करो. Vinit, वैसा मत करो." So I always repeat this line. There is a special providence in a fall of a sparrow. Que sera sera. Line from Hamlet. If you have read Hamlet, when Hamlet is invited for the final fight, when his uncle Claudius, he makes a plan to kill Hamlet. He invites him for the fight. कि तुम आओ लड़ाई करवाते हैं. Hamlet's best friend says, "Don't go. मत जाओ लड़ने. तुम्हारे uncle ने plot किया है to kill you." Horatio says, "Don't go. They want to kill you. So something is going to happen. Don't go." Hamlet says, there is a special providence in the fall of a sparrow. अगर एक चिड़िया, a flying bird, falls down, again it's the will of God. So there is a special providence in the fall of a sparrow. Que sera sera means whatever is going to happen will happen. Que sera sera is Chesera means whatever is going to happen will happen. If you remember Madhuri Dixit, Prabhudeva, गाना याद है? के सरा सरा जो भी हो सो हो. That's the line. So के सरा means जो भी होना वो होगा. If something is written by God, it is going to happen. हाँ जी, राजू जी, खाओ पियो ऐश करो मित्रों को बोलते हैं Epicurean philosophy. Eat, drink and be merry. That's the only difference, Harry. That's the only difference. Harry का बहुत अच्छा question है, very nice. But Harry, I will go to this question after one point. I was telling you, Bardlotire, somebody who keeps on following Shakespearean references in the famous book Brick Lane, written by Monica Ali. Please focus कीजिए. Monica Ali, Bangladeshi writer. Monica Ali, Bangladeshi writer है. Famous book Brick Lane. Has a character Shanu. He keeps on using Shakespeare's reference. It's the most important work post-colonial reference में है. सबको आज summary पढ़नी है. You all have to read Monica Ali, Brick Lane, the character of Shanu today. इसमें you will read the post-colonial reference. So Shanu is the one who keeps on quoting Shakespeare. Now the question of Harry, question was that Marlowe and Shakespeare's tragedies are different. Just one point. Marlowe has used common man. Dr. Faustus was a common man. G of Malta was a common man. Then Tamburlaine was a common man. But the question is that what type of common man? क्या Dr. Faustus सच में common man है? Dr. Faustus read everything. सब कुछ बंदे को tips पे था. He prepared everything on his tips. Do you think he was a common man? No. G of Malta not only kills his own daughter, many nuns, priests, his own servant. He keeps on killing people. Can we say he was a common man? No. They were the extremes. Tamburlaine, who rose to the prominence from the shepherdhood, shepherds say, married a princess, fought against her own father, killed the father, and killed his own son for the sake of glory. So they look common, but they're extreme characters. So technically, they have their extreme individuality. But still, what you have said is also right, that Faustus does not come from the royal class. G of Malta does not come from the royal class. And Shepherd, this Tamburlaine, Tamur the Great, he also doesn't come from royal class. So it's a debatable question, and Harry's question was a very good question. Any other thing? Very nice question, Meghna. मार्लो एंड शेक्सपियर हेटेड ज्यूज. इट्स सिंपल. जब इंडिया में हिंदू मुस्लिम लड़ रहे हैं तो क्या बोल सकते हैं उनको. तब तो एकदम नॉलेज नहीं था. नाउ दे डोंट फाइट. So this was the system. The Christians, they was against Jewish people. They believed that Jews killed Jesus Christ. So that's why Shakespeare is a Christian. Marlowe is a Christian. Marlowe, in his famous book G of Malta, says it's no sin to deceive a Christian. And Shakespeare, in his famous book Merchant of Venice, Shylock says, "If you hit us, do we not bleed? If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you hit us, do we not avenge?" So they both hit it. It's normal thing. You can't cover Shakespearean characters, all the characters. Always remember main hero, main heroine, main villain, and comedian. Shakespeare's character, main hero, main heroine, main villain, and comedian. Very nice question, Love Beniwal. बहुत बढ़िया question है भाई. Eliot criticized Hamlet on the grounds of objective correlative. Please mention this point. T.S. Eliot said Hamlet is an artistic failure. Writing this, Hamlet is an artistic failure. Said by T.S. Eliot on the grounds of objective correlative. It was written in the famous essay Hamlet and His Problems. Hamlet and His Problems, the name of the essay, where they said, Eliot said that Hamlet has no objective correlative and that's why it's an artistic failure. Now the question is, what is objective correlative? There was a question in Uttarakhand set exam. Who has coined the term objective correlative? And I, Vinith Pandey, with 4net at that time, 2 JRF, I went for T.S. Eliot. I was like, yes, this is T.S. Eliot. But no, it was not T.S. Eliot. I made a mistake. This is Washington Allston. Please remember this. Never ever make the mistake now. ज्योति लांबा ने बहुत अच्छा पढ़ा हुआ है, डेथ ऑफ अ सेल्समैन वाला. Yes. So remember this. Washington Allston has coined the term objective correlative. Now the question is, what is objective correlative? तो ध्यान से सुनना. Ready? जब आप okay, I'll find some easy example for you. Movies में से example देता हूँ. Movies में से आपको जल्दी याद आएगा. Most of the movies, if you have seen in 90s, Amitabh Bachchan, Dharmendra type, opening scene, it is rain, darkness, heavy rain, storm scene, and then the scene of a house where a lady is in bed, her kid is crying near her, and the lady is on deathbed. And mother is like, Ki beta, I'm going to die. Kid says, no, please don't die. I'll get the medicine. Then kid goes out in the stormy night, in the stormy, rainy night to get the medicine. Now, why they show this stormy night? तूफान की रात क्यों होती है जब हीरो के परिवार के साथ कुछ गलत होता है? So your pain and suffering, it will increase if the nature around you has the same suffering. So people are like that, oh my God, kid is facing problems. And then many of us will cry, oh my God, this young kid is going out in the great darkness with those stormy scenes. So to increase the emotions, they use the natural surrounding. This is called objective correlative. जैसे आई रिमेंबर अ सीन, एक मूवी देखी थी मैंने सलमान खान की, मैंने प्यार किया. आई थिंक फर्स्ट मूवी थी सलमान खान की, शायद फर्स्ट मूवी थी. तो उसमें क्या होता है कि हीरो गर्ल्स फादर सेज दैट यू आर अ रिच मैन and you cannot work hard. So Salman Khan says, no, I'll go and work hard. So he goes to work and he's a woodcutter. So when he's wood cutting, camera keeps on showing the sun. सूरज बहुत है जी, गर्मी बहुत लग रही है. Then he keeps on doing like this. ओहो, बड़ी गर्मी लग रही है. Then he has got some money and it rains and money जो है वो पानी में हो गया. Why they have to show all those troubles? Because they want you to feel that hero is under great tension, great pain. That's objective correlative. And it's not only for the pain, it's also for the good things. Have you ever seen any Bollywood romantic song where the background is dirty, गार्बेज, कचरा वाले कचरा उठा रहे हैं, कूड़ा वाला आया कूड़ा। ऐसा कोई बैकग्राउंड देखा है? नो। दे टेक द बैकग्राउंड ऑफ कश्मीर, केरल, nature. So what they do is they make you feel romantic. So the romance is going on, song is going on, and the background is very much pleasant. So technically you are also emotional. So in short, the surroundings used to increase the emotion is called objective correlative. Now we take the example from literature. Tennyson has written break, break, break. Break, break, break. It's written by Tennyson. Tennyson says he has lost his best friend. He's under pressure. He wants to cry. So he's near the beach. And having the beach, he sees the rough waves. Waves are very rough. Waves are very strong. And they are thirsting themselves to break the rocks. So Tennyson feels that he has anger in his heart because why God took his friend away. And he feels that even the nature is showing the anger. So the roaring ocean and the anger of Tennyson's heart, they're mixed together. So this is called objective correlative. The storm scene in King Lear. King Lear has been deceived by his daughters. There is a conflict going on his brain, the storm going in the brain, and storm is outside. So audience feel really bad that the old king who has been deceived by daughters becomes mad, runs out of the palace to feel the storm. So we cry for it. Very nice, Harry, very nice. Arnold's Dover Beach. That was my next example. Arnold is philosophical. Even the beach is calm and peaceful. I have a video. मैंने एक beach पे बड़ा peaceful video बनाया है. I love that. So I'll upload it. So this is how you remember objective correlative. Last example, you get the salary and it rains. It becomes beautiful for you. So salary and then beautiful weather. Technically, you are more happy. खुश है जमाना आज पहली तारीख है. So अभी विल स्टॉप. बहुत डन हो गया, सर भी दर्द हो रहा है. I was playing volleyball and luckily I started playing game. I was not getting enough time to do these things. How's you all? मजा आया live session Elizabethans, because once you get accustomed to this live session we'll be dealing literary theory and other things. हम lit theory और जो other जो tough topics हैं उन पे जाएंगे. And we are discussing that once all the groups, all the online groups, they are in same level, तो हम सबको एक साथ add कर देंगे. Those who want to download this lecture, I don't think it will be easily downloaded, but still it will be available for you. You can watch it, and if you want to share it with your friends, share it. But please don't share the videos of lit theory and special videos. This is fine. Elizabethans, you can share, not a problem. पीछे वाला कैसा होगा? And you can watch the video again whenever you're free. You can watch it again. It's a great thing. I wish I could see you all. मजा आता सबको देख देख के बात करता मैं. But I can see the names. So and what else is going on? Traffic के charges बढ़ गए हैं. Traffic police बहुत पैसे मांगने वाली है. So I have one connection in traffic police. So he actually told me that they started dancing when they got to know prices बहुत बढ़ गए हैं क्योंकि अभी बहुत निकल पड़ी होगी, बहुत ऐश होने वाली है. So make sure you have helmets, make sure you have license, make sure you have enough papers. Don't break red lights, don't jump these things, respect karo and enjoy life. Baki mock test and Chaucer related things you'll be getting in the group only. I'm there only. Savik, I'm always there. Even I'm also preparing for the 8th net. So I'm reading something new. I'll be sharing it with you all. So तब तक के लिए नमस्कार, गुड नाइट, बाय बाय. एंड आई होप मेरा मजाक कभी किसी को बुरा ना लगे. तो आई जस्ट ट्राई टू मेक यू लाफ. नाइट. मेरे पास आज घर में चावल दाल बना है. बहुत दिनों के बाद चावल दाल मिला है मुझे. तो आई बी ईटिंग चावल दाल. तब तक आप लोग एंजॉय करो. बाय. थर्ड JRF नहीं होगा. आई एम 31. 30 तक होता कर लेता हूँ.